First item is citizen statements and petitions. Are there any?
I just had a couple quick things, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
First, I just wanted to thank Dan Beyer. I believe he decorated the Founders Park all on his own. I'm not sure if that's normally he does that by himself, but he was the only one I saw out there over the past week getting that all decorated, and it looks great. And I just want to thank him for doing that, especially during this time where we won't be able to have, where things got postponed, you know. And also thank the Brothers of the Brush, the fire department, the police department for the parade the other night. That was, if we could call it a parade, it was more of a judging of the people decorated their houses, and in lieu of the parade that the brothers would normally put on, they went down and to each house and judged the lights, and just made it a little bit more eventful for the season. And it was fun. I joined them and we had a good time, and it was nice to see everybody out. In the fire department brought the fire trucks, and the police helped assist as well with the traffic, and it was good. And everything went well, and I was just happy that we were able to do something. So I want to thank everybody on that.
Yeah, that's great. I think they're definitely the group in town that keep the holiday spirit going and our community, together. It's really been a great organization over the many years, and especially after the 350th, they've done a lot to continue that community togetherness. So I will echo those thanks. Okay, correspondence to the board. I don't think we had anything to discuss right now. Consider appointment executive assistant for public safety.
Let's see. Let me go to that motion because you're going out of order, right, Mark?
Yeah, sorry, just jumped down to, it's right after the cable license.
Number 5 is what it is. There it goes. So I move to appoint Teresa Russell to the full-time position of executive assistant for public safety, 40 hours per week at a rate of $27 per hour pending successful background check.
Second.
Okay, Kim, do you want to just quickly
Sure.
talk about that?
We are very excited to be bringing Teresa on board. She has a number of years as the public safety admin previously for Chief Kessler. And so we feel like this is really another great add to our collection of really qualified individuals for the department. And she's looking forward to serving both chiefs, even though it's a unique and new role. And we're excited to have her come on board.
Sounds great. Good to have someone that's familiar with people they're working with. Okay, all in favor?
Burke, aye.
Tenio, aye.
Real aye. Okay, great, thank you. Consider appointment for recycling attendant.
I move to appoint Scott Esty to the part-time position of recycling attendant at a rate of $15.92 per hour pending successful background check.
Second.
Kim?
I wasn't able to participate as part of these interviews, but I know that Alan did a full and thorough job of trying to find a replacement, and Tanya was a part of the interview process, and the background check was completed, and so this is a candidate that has been recommended for the position.
Okay, all in favor?
Burke, aye.
Tenio, aye.
Real aye. Okay, let's do the license renewals.
I move to approve the 2021 annual license renewals per list pending the receipt of positive routing slips.
Second.
Okay, I have no questions on this, so unless you members do, then I will accept a vote. All in favor?
I didn't have any. I just wanted to. I just see that. Sorry. Kelly is here from Grandview. She had emailed being with a concern she wasn't on the list, but she is on the list. I just wanted to verify that for her.
Okay, great. All in favor?
Burke, aye.
Tenio, aye.
Real eye. Let's go to discuss 60F North Ave property. So we received a request via email asking if we would be interested in accepting a parcel of land. It's a small piece of land that, from my understanding, is mostly wetland. I don't know if anyone is on here to discuss from I forget the name of the Route 85, is it? Bonnie or Chris, do you remember? Or Laura?
Yes, it is. Mark, this is Laura. It is. I invited them. I sent the link for them to join the meeting and I didn't get a response.
Okay. Well, from what I've looked at, personally, I don't have interest in this property and accepting it for the town. I don't see the benefit. So that's my thought.
Yeah, I mean, I personally don't see a benefit of taking this land on here, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I abut this property, so I will abstain.
All right. Well, then it looks like we're moving on. Laura, do you mind just reaching out and letting them know that we discussed this and that at this time we don't have interest in the parcel?
Absolutely, I'll do that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Let's go to consider Applewood MOU. Ann, do you want to kick it off?
Sure. Hi. It's a memorandum of understanding between the town, Metacomet Land Trust, and a developer for this open space subdivision called Applewood. And the developer signed it, the planning board's okayed it, conservation's okayed it, and Metacomet Land Trust will sign it this Thursday. So what I'm asking tonight is if the select board will sign it. And basically, and also town council's reviewed it many times. I've worked with her. It's basically just to have a little bit more legal standing that says the developer will give the open space to the town. There's an easement that goes through one property, making sure that that's a public easement so we can access the open space. And then also for them to mark the open space.
Did you, were you able to figure out the concern you had over, you were worried that potentially in the future, a future owner that had the easement on their property wouldn't be aware of that ahead of time?
Yeah, well, that's one of the reasons I want to sign this MOU so that the town has legal standing. And this is a situation that wouldn't happen again because we've changed the bylaws, but this open space subdivision was before we changed the bylaws. So.
Okay. All right.
And also, it needs to be notarized, so the select board members would have to go into town hall, or it can be done over Zoom. You can do that with Ellen, and it can be notarized, and then you could send an electronic signature. So.
Well, that's good to know. All right. Questions or comments from board members?
I have nothing.
Can I say something else?
Go right ahead.
There's also that document, the Inman Hill license with Peter Hawks that needs to be signed. And both of those documents should be at the town clerk's office so that you could sign them at the same time. And if you could do it sooner rather than later, I would appreciate it. That would be helpful.
No problem.
Can Kim sign them on our behalf?
Excuse me?
Can Kim sign them on our behalf?
No, because it's written out with the select board's name, so it has to be the select board members.
Okay, Kim, do you have anything to add on this?
Like I said,
it can
do
just
you have
be
an
two,
electronic
it can just be two
signature, Chris?
members. It can be two. It doesn't need to be all
Mhm.
three. So,
Right.
I can go down and sign, no problem.
Right.
Okay. All right, I will take a motion for this.
I move to sign the MOU between Metacomet Land Trust, Applewood LLC, and the town of Mendon.
Second.
All in favor?
Burke, aye.
Tenio, aye.
Real eye. Okay, great. Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
I think that's everything until 6:15, which is in 3 minutes. Told you we were going to get all of it done before the public hearing.
Excellent. I love it. Great job. Is Cindy online? Cindy, are you here?
Kim, Cindy had another meeting at 5:30. She said she might be a few minutes late.
Okay.
I bet she didn't expect us to move this fast.
I
Yeah.
bet she didn't.
Well, it's fine for the cable licensing. I mean, Bill is our attorney for this. So, but I'm just saying, if we get to executive session in 15 minutes, I think that's all right too. We can start with one of the two.
Yeah, honestly, I think
Right.
we should be able to move on with or without her there.
Right. Well, I can fill this minute with, I did send some meeting dates out today. Accept them if you can. Our next meeting would be January 7th, which is a Thursday, just to give everybody time to come back from the holiday. And like if things come up, we can post them that week. It gives us 48 hours to get it done. If you can't do that, let me know so we can move the date around in that week. And then I put us back on our regular schedule for the second Tuesday after that.
I might have a work board meeting. I'll let you know.
Yeah, we could do Wednesday. The thought is, well, we would have to post by Monday afternoon, basically after a break, which is fine. You know,
The board meeting is either Wednesday or Thursday. I just have to find out.
we could you just let me know. We'll shift it.
Okay. Ten days to Christmas.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. This year has been madness. When we get to March, I'm going to be shocked. Like, what just happened to us?
2021 can't come fast enough.
I don't know. Okay, 6:15. Let's do this.
Is our counsel on here? I don't see him, but anyway, I will read the public. Actually, why don't we accept the motion here for this?
I move to open the Comcast cable license renewal public hearing.
Bonnie seconded it.
Second.
Okay, so the Mendon Select Board as the cable television license issuing authority for the town will hold a cable license public hearing regarding the renewal of the cable license of Comcast of Massachusetts / New Hampshire LLC on Tuesday, December 15th, 2020 at 6:15 p.m. via a Microsoft Teams meeting. The hearing may be joined via telephone conference by dialing 1-347-467-1434, conference ID 400.431.658#, or by video conference by visiting www.mendonma.gov and clicking on December 15, 2020 on the calendar to join the video conference. Copies of the proposed cable television renewal license as of the date requested will be made available by emailing the select board's office at bosadmin@mendonma.gov or calling 508-473-2312. All interested persons are invited to attend. All in favor?
Burke, aye.
Tenio, aye.
Real eye. Okay. Now do we have? Yes, Bill is on. Bill, do you want to unmute and speak to this? Okay. Are you there, Bill? Mr. Solomon?
Bueller.
What, Kim? You're muted.
I was just going to say that Laura does have a summary sheet that Bill had submitted that we could start going over while he figures out his technical difficulties. I know you don't want to have to go over it again, Laura, but if you could.
Hello, Bill Sullivan, hello.
Oh, here he is. Okay, great. Bill, go right ahead. The public hearing is open. You want to kick us off?
Hello, folks, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, my browser said it didn't support audio, so I was trying to change browsers, but in the meantime, I called in. Hi, Bill Sullivan, how are you?
Doing well, thank you.
Good, thank you. Would you like me to just to briefly speak about the license? I know you have a lot of business, but I provided an outline of the license. A strong license goes to 5% of gross revenues for PEG access support. That's the maximum allowed under the Cable Act. It's $50,000 of capital, which is a strong number because they're less than 1,000 subscribers, and that capital money is paid in upfront in 90 days, whereas oftentimes now it's paid over 10 years. But because of the needs of the Bellingham Mendon Access Program, which is an excellent program, it's helpful to have that money upfront. In addition, we have a addition of a what's called SDI, Standard Serial Digital Interface, upgrading the picture and sound of the existing 3 channels, including the 2 in Mendon and the 1 from Bellingham. That's a joint channel. That'll be upgraded by Comcast at no direct cost to the town, or oftentimes there is a direct cost. And in addition, there will be upon a request, or there will be a upgrade to high definition HD of the shared channel for Bellingham and Mendon. It comes from Bellingham. So with respect to community television, and you have a strong program there, more important than ever during the period of COVID, where people need to be connected to their government, their schools, their community, that this is an excellent license at a changing time in the cable and video world. The legal and public policy aspects of this license are all very strong in protecting the town, everywhere from indemnification to insurance to the public way, to trying to make sure that this license, which is a cable license only, isn't a vehicle for addressing the issues in the future. So overall, I strongly recommend it. It took a while to get there. I appreciate the assistance of the town administrator's office, and I'd be happy to answer any questions. Finally, I should note there's also a senior discount letter, continuation of a senior discount. It's not a lot, but it's voluntary by Comcast. Other companies like Verizon don't provide a senior discount. And we also got one of the first in the state side letters that says that Comcast will come and speak to the town about putting the public education government access channels on the electronic program guide and potentially on video on demand on the cable system. And while it's not a guarantee that it'll be done, it's maybe one of the first 5 or 6 towns to receive that letter, and it means that Comcast needs to come back within 2 years and talk to you about their progress, which it appears that they're making some initial progress in that regard.
Great. Well, we appreciate your strong work on this as always. Any questions from the board members?
I don't have any questions.
Okay. All right. Any members of the public that are on here with questions? Okay, Laura, did we receive any written correspondence?
I have not received anything from anybody
Okay.
regarding this license.
All right.
Good.
Alex.
Mr. Chairman, before you want, just one final comment. I'd be remiss if I didn't thank Kathy Maloney of Comcast. It's a world where you have companies out there like Google, Facebook, Apple. If you ask them to come to Mendon Town Hall, you wouldn't see them. But because of the nature of the Cable Act, which incentivizes both sides to negotiate, Comcast is a longstanding, together with its predecessor's cable company, that they care. They know about the town. They come negotiate. It was it's always a competitive and a serious negotiation. But Ms. Maloney got to see the importance of cable TV, of community television in Mendon. And as a result of that, with her cooperation, which was necessary in bringing the case back to Comcast, we were able to achieve an excellent license for the town. But I wanted to thank her for all her work, including our final work today in making sure that we wrote the section on the shared channel and the cable casting in a way that people other than Kathy and I would understand, and we did that. So I want to thank her for that.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Okay, I'll accept a motion to close the hearing.
I move to close the Comcast cable license renewal public hearing.
Second.
All in favor?
Burke, aye.
Tenio, aye.
Real aye.
And then
Yeah,
I move
thank
that
you.
I move that the board, as a cable television licensing issuing authority, vote as follows: to grant the subject cable television renewal license with an effective date of January 1st, 2021 to Comcast Cable Communications Management, LLC, Comcast. All terms and conditions contained in the renewal license have been agreed to by Comcast. Comcast, by and through its authorized representatives, shall execute this renewal license agreement as set out in the signature page of the renewal license. To recognize and acknowledge the senior citizen discount and the PEG access on demand interactive program guide letters from Comcast, both dated December 15th, 2020, and signed by Comcast Senior Management of Government and Regulatory Affairs, Catherine Maloney.
Second.
All in favor?
Burke, aye.
Tenio, aye.
Real aye. Okay, so I don't know if anyone joined late, but we've already covered everything on the agenda. So is there anyone on the meeting that was supposed or wanted to speak to anything that was on the agenda? Because we're about to go into executive session. Okay. Lonnie, go ahead.
No, just saying hi to Pat. I see.
Okay.
Your licenses were all approved if you came in late.
Yes, thank you.
Great. I move to enter into executive session under Purpose 3 of Mass General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 21A3, to discuss strategy with respect to litigation and to discuss strategy with respect to collective bargaining with the Mass Coalition of Police Union, AFL-CIO, Local 188. To discuss litigation in open session would be detrimental to the position of the town. We will reconvene only to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Burke, aye.
Tenio, aye.
Real aye. All right. Thank you, everyone. See you in executive session.